In this video, I'm going to be talking about various SQL keywords and how to use them to run your queries. Before you start running your queries, you need some knowledge of the keywords to use to return your tables. So those are the things I'm going to be talking about in this video. Now, what is SQL? SQL is structured query language in simple terms and is used for accessing and managing database. Now, I'm going to be using database management system to run all the query samples that I'm going to be using throughout this video. So that's what I'm going to talk about, what my SQL is all about. It's an open source data management system that allows you to manage relational databases. It's the most popular database management system all over the world, and it's user friendly. It's so easy to do, and that's why I chose to use it in this video, to make it easy for you to understand what I'm going to talk about. Now, SQL contains three parts. The first one is DDL, Data Definition Language. These include statements that help you understand the database and its objects, like the tables, the views, the triggers, the stored procedures, etc. The next one is DML, Data Manipulation Language, which contains statements that allow you to update and to query your data. The last one is the DCL, Data Control Language, which allows you to grant permission to users to access specific data in the database system. So these limits or reduce or restrict, access into all the information in the database. You can decide to choose what each administrator will have access to, and that's what this is used for. Now, there are top three clauses you must know in SQL. Without these top three clauses, it might be difficult for you to run queries, in SQL. The first one is the select statement. This is the most important, the most popular clause, in the SQL database management. The select statement allows you to get data from tables or view. The next one is a from clause and is used to list the tables and any joins required for the SQL statement. And the third one is the where clause, which allows you to specify the search condition for the rows returned by the query. Now, there are other SQL clauses that you should know. One of them is the like clause, which matches values based on pattern matching. The next one is the in clause, which specifies if a value matches any value in a set. The next is null, which checks if the value is null. That means if the value is empty. The next one is the between clause, which selects values within a range of values. Now I'm going to tell you about the join clause. I've seen a lot of people using the join clause to combine rows from two different tables or more tables based on common values or entities between them, the matching values between them. There are four types, and we have the inner join, we have the full join, we have the left join, and we have the right join. The inner join is used to return matching records in two different tables. However, if you use the asterisk sign, as seen here, it's going to return all the values in the two tables as seen in the query sample we have here. This is table 1 and this is table 2. And this shaded portion that we have here is where the records match. And then that's where we're inner joining. And as we see right here, but if you use this asterisk, you're going to get, something like this that we have in this query. This is the first table and this is the second table right here, and this is the query as seen in the previous slide, and then this is the return table. We have the first table, which is the order table, and then we have the second table, which is the order details table. So you're going to have everything returned in the report as seen right here if you use the asterisk sign. But if you do not use the asterisk sign as seen here, it's just going to return only the condition in your query. Let's see this. This says select product number, quoted price from order details table, inner join orders, blah, blah, blah in the query. And then the results just, threw out, just the product number and the quoted price. This is the return table if you do not use the asterisk sign. Because we did not use the asterisk sign in the query and we just said, give me product number right here and quoted price from, and then all the conditions follow. So that's why we have just the product number and then the quoted price as we requested from the query. Now the right join returns records from the right table and the matching records from the left table, as we see in this Venn diagram. So, as I said earlier, if you use the asterisk sign, as we have here, you're going to get all the records from both tables. As we have the orders table and the order details table. And then here we have the query right here with the asterisk sign. So definitely we're going to have all the records from the two tables. This is the order details table and this is the orders table, in the returned table. So if we move to the left join, this returns record from the left table and the matching records from the right table, as seen in the Venn diagram. So this is the sample query. Of course, we're going to get all the records from the two tables, left joining, but we're definitely going to get everything from the two tables, as seen here. This is the orders table and this is the order details table. So because we are left joining, so orders table is going to come to the left, as we see here, and order details table comes to the right. So, but definitely we are seeing the two tables joined together, left joining orders table, and then the order table is on the other side. But because we use asterisk, we have both tables. Now, the full join returns all records that match both the right table and the left tables. So, as we see in this Venn diagram, we have the select all from product vendors and full joining order details. We're going to use product vendors table and order details table. We're going to full join them, and then as we see here, so we have the vendors table here and we have the order details table, and then this is the query, select all from product vendors table, full joining order details table. So everything is going to be together in one table, as we see here. Now, primary key. Primary key is a unique identifier of a variable or entity in a table. For example, your social security number is a unique identifier. No two people have the same social security number, even if their name is the same. So the foreign key provides a link between data in two tables. It basically references a primary key from another table. So this is the primary key versus the foreign key. For instance, we're going to use product number is a primary key, as we see here in the product vendors table right here, but it's a foreign key in the order details table, as we see here. So this is the typical example of what I'm trying to say. Primary key, on a table could be a foreign key on another table. The distinct class. This is used to remove duplicate rows from the query report. So this is a query, and then this is the table that's turned in. If you look at the returned table right here, and then we see duplicates. Here, we did not use distinct clause in this query. As seen here, we just said select product, quote a price from other details, blah, blah, blah. And then you return the table with a lot of duplicates. Now, we have another query that we use the distinct clause. And if you look at it, we have the select distinct, product number, quoted price, just as we have here. And then it removed all the duplicates. Yes, you can see one in the product number, but definitely the quoted price is not the same. If you see one in the second one, the quoted price is not the same. If you look at two, the quoted price is not the same. But if you come to this other side, you see product number, you have 1002 as a quoted price, and you have the same here. But this one, right here, the quoted price is different. But, we still see it duplicated in the columns if you go down, further down. And then it's not the same here. Now, group by class. These groups a set of rows into a summary row by value of columns and returns only one row for each group. That is, it reduces the number of rows in the result table, as seen in this query. So, we have this query here, and then we group them by the product number. So the product number helped us to group all of them together in the return table as seen right here. So finally, I'm going to talk about the order by clause in this video. Order by clause is used to sort results of queries. When you run your query, from your database, the result is not sorted in any order. So order by clause is used to sort either in ascending or descending order, just as we have in this query. Now, this query is sorted by, employee first name. Let's look at this query. Select first name, last name, MCD from employee, that's the table, order by first name, and that's why we have this returned. It's going to return this table, with the first name, order by ascending order, because when you use this order by clause, it automatically returns your query in ascending order depending on the condition of your query. But in this second query, we specify that the first name should be ordered by descending order, which is why we have the descending order here. So the report is going to return the first name, in descending order, just as we have here. So that's basically where I'm going to stop this video. Remember to hit the red button below to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye.